From the corner of Munson and Civic Center Boulevard, welcome Fanatics to Menor Ice Arena for game number 19 of your Menor Icebreakers season. Tonight, the Icebreakers host in the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Angelo Vallata, and thank you for listening right here on YouTube.com, your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. And it's a Friday night as we near Christmas, and we are very glad that you could be joining alongside us here tonight, whether you are in Menor, Ohio, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, anywhere in between or anywhere beyond. We appreciate you joining us here as we are just under 8 minutes away from this one getting started from Menor Ice Arena, the Carolina Thunderbirds. Boy, oh boy, have they been playing some good hockey down in Winston-Salem. They come into tonight's game in the Western Division 15-1, 0-1, and they had won their previous 11 before a tough overtime shootout loss to the Elmira Enforcers. But the Thunderbirds are rocking and rolling, and they are 11-2 all-time against the Menor Icebreakers, all from last year, as this is the first meeting between the two teams in the 2019-2020 season. And so last year, Carolina had the Icebreakers number. Of course, the Thunderbirds won the Commissioner's Cup last year. We'll see what happens. A lot of storylines coming into this one as Carolina comes into the weekend with 99 franchise victories. With one win this weekend, they will be the fastest team to reach 100 wins, as they only debuted a few years ago. Of course, last year set an FPHL all-time record as they won 24 straight, eclipsing a tie for the previous high of most wins in a row. So you got the 7:35 start time tonight. It'll be a 6:30 start tomorrow night. Hope you join us once again in the weekend series with the Carolina Thunderbirds. But before we get any further on the action and the storylines coming into tonight, last year, Fanatics may remember that we came up with an Icebreakers Christmas greeting. Now we've kept the same theme, however, have updated it to reflect the new rosters as well as the new expansion team. So here is an Icebreakers Christmas greeting year 2. 'Twas 5 nights before Christmas, and Carolina's in town. Men are looking for a big win to pick up some ground. The snow has started to fall, but never the Breakers' spirit. Come on and stand up, Fanatics. Root for your team. Let's hear it. On Prowlers, on Dashers, on Thunderbirds, on Enforcers, on Wolves, we send all kind words. On Thunder, on River Dragons, on Hat Tricks, presents of pucks, gloves, and brand new hockey sticks. From the rink at Battle Creek, on Rumblebees, now every team in the league decorating their trees. But guiding Santa's sleigh to the Commissioner's Cup this year are the Icebreakers from Menor. Have no fear. A Buttita goal, a Conway goal, guidance from Coach Slam. Now the only question is, are you having turkey, duck, or ham? Rotabush between the pipes and Daniluk from Belarus. If you mess with the Breakers, they'll cook you like a Christmas goose. So hang up your stockings, sing carols, celebrate. The Icebreakers wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So hope you enjoy the Icebreakers Christmas greeting year 2. We'll read that one more time throughout the broadcast during one of the intermissions, but we are 4 minutes from the teams taking to the ice, and it's a good time as any to take a look at tonight's starters. First, for the visiting Carolina Thunderbirds, it'll be Henry Dill, who has been lights out for Carolina in between the pipes. The righty 6'2", 190 is actually a Columbus, Ohio native, the state capital here up in Ohio. Anchoring that defense line, left defenseman number 4, Stanislav Vlasov, and right defenseman number 23, Stanislav Bakor. The Carolina line is centered by number 12, Peter Panacek, left winger number 16, Jan Salak, and right winger number 18, Daniel Martin. That's the lineup for the Carolina Thunderbirds. And now here's your starters for the guys in double blue who will be wearing their Christmas jerseys once again. They started wearing them last weekend and the home game on Saturday versus the Rumblebees in that win, and they will wear them throughout the holiday season as the Icebreakers will be playing several home games here down the stretch in the month of December. In between the pipes, number 30, Jordan Brandt. Left defenseman, number 19, Brody Duncan. Right defenseman, number 18, Henry Berger. The line is centered by number 23, Powell, Ohio native, Zach McKenna. Left wing, number 5, Alex Morrow. And right wing, number 13, and captain, Thomas Stewart Dant. So those are your starting lineups. The Carolina Thunderbirds are coached by Andre Nitsch. The Icebreakers are coached by Ian Duncan, affectionately referred to as Slam from his days at Bowling Green and a Winnipeg Jet. And the goaltending coach for the Icebreakers is Sebastian Ragno. So we thank you once again for joining us here on this Friday night for the first of 2 games played here at Menor Ice Arena, as the Carolina Thunderbirds come in once again at 15-1, 0-1. The Menor Icebreakers at 11-7. Now we want to update you on some big news that happened earlier this week. A big trade between the Columbus River Dragons and the Menor Icebreakers. The Icebreakers receive Yuri Pistuka, the Czech Republic native, over 9 games this year, has an 0-2-2 scoring line for Columbus, but previous 5 years has a 74, 101, 175 scoring line from Carolina, and he brings that championship winning experience with him, as he was one of the players that won the Commissioner's Cup last year. And over 8 games, we get the rookie Chad Herron, who has a 3-2-5 scoring line so far for the River Dragons in his rookie season in the FPHL. The Icebreakers send Parker Moskal and Vaughn Clouston to Columbus. Clouston had a 7-12-19 scoring line last year and a 2-9-11 scoring line so far this year, and Moskal had 9-18-27 in this year's campaign. So that was the big trade between the Columbus River Dragons and the Menor Icebreakers earlier this week. And also, at the end of last week, former Icebreakers goaltender Derek Moser announced his retirement, finished with a 12-8-0-4 record, 1,022 saves, a 4.43 goal allow ratio, and .876 save percentage. He also had 4 shutouts, which was one of the league best last year. So Derek Moser retired, and the big trade with the Columbus River Dragons as we acquire Yuri Pistuka and Chad Herron. Neither will dress this weekend, but will be on the Icebreaker squad going forward full time. So that's the big trade and the retirement around the FPHL. A monumental trade for the Icebreakers as we get set for the first of 2 games tonight here, once again from Menor Ice Arena. The teams have taken to the ice as we get set momentarily for the national anthem, which will be sung by Madison Sakita. I want to tell you about ceremonial puck drop, Neil Sawicki. We'll tell you about that after the team introductions take place now. We're going to step away for a brief moment, and when we come back, we'll have the national anthem and the opening puck drop here from Menor Ice Arena. Is everything sounding okay?
Minter, are you ready for hockey?
What?
Let's introduce your Minter Icebreaker. On left lane, wearing number 5, Alex Morrow. Right lane, wearing number 13, at center, wearing number 23, Zach McKenna. Madison Tequila. She won the nation and sing the national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, or so gallantly stream. And the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, a great national anthem rendition by Madison Sakita as we get set for the opening puck drop. But Neil Sawicki will have the opening puck drop ceremonial version. And every goal scored tonight between the Carolina Thunderbirds and Mentor Icebreakers, Neil Sawicki will donate $50 to the Lake County Meals on Wheels. Thanks to Neil for generosity and support of Meals on Wheels, a great cause. And actually, another great cause was the Carolina Thunderbirds recently had a teddy bear toss for the Ronald McDonald House, where over 5,500 teddy bears were tossed onto the ice. Always great, no matter where you are around the league, when you have good things, good charities, especially here during the holiday times. And once again, we want to wish everyone, wherever you're listening, a Merry Christmas. It's Icebreakers team card giveaway, and one of the slew of holiday things going on. Tomorrow's Ugly Sweater Night if you want to come out to Mentor Ice Arena if you're in the area. And then 3 days after the holidays, it will be Thirsty Thursday, Kids Club Night, and Star Wars Night on that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday following Christmas. And, of course, the Christmas jerseys will be worn each of those nights. This is the first of 7 matchups between these two teams, and the first of 3 here at Mentor Ice Arena. Tomorrow will be the second one, and we'll have one more at Mentor Ice Arena in the 2019-2020 season. The Thunderbirds are in their white jerseys with red and black trim, and red numbers will move left to right. The Icebreakers in their double blue with Christmas decal will move right to left, and we're underway from Mentor Ice Arena. Icebreakers in control of the puck. Pass there from McKenna goes just wide right, and now here come the Thunderbirds on the near bar. Panicek look to get it centered to Salak. And the Icebreakers will take control of the puck. That's McKenna. McKenna works it down the far boards over to Brody Duncan, who had a birthday over the last week on the 12th. So happy belated birthday to Brody Duncan. And now the Thunderbirds moving the puck fast the other way. That's Martin up to Panicek. Panicek goes wide left, and he'll recover his own pass, cycle it back past the blue line, and now to Fade on the right side. Playing a little give and go here with Daniel Klinetsky. Icebreakers will flip it forward here on the near boards, battling for control of the puck in the neutral zone. Now Nate Farrington forechecking Klinetsky. 18:57 remaining in this one. Almost had a chance from the slot there, did Mark Esri, but a good closeout by the defensive line of the Thunderbirds. Now back in the neutral zone, and the Icebreakers will dump that one behind the net. Henry Dill, who has been rock solid for the Thunderbirds a second year in a row, comes out to get it, taps it forward. Now Cangelosi, who had quite a bit of success against Mentor early last year. He's on the change, but he was in on that offensive effort. Neutral zone action right now. Declan Conway, Painesville, Ohio native, and what a weekend he had. Crosses over the blue line, but he can't take 4 Carolina defenders. He had a 4-goal night on last Friday against the Rumblebees in a 5-point night, and then a 3-point night that following center. Wind-up shot goes just wide right. That was from the left side stick there from Nathan Campbell, the Toronto, Ontario native. 18 minutes even left in the first period for Menor Ice Arena. Icebreakers, of course, have that snowflake and Christmas decal as well as special names across their back like Scrooge, Grinch, and here comes Butita trying to blitz his way in. Thunderbirds on the counter. Panachek could come up there by Alex Morrow, and a whistle on the ice. It's 17-41 here in the first period. So we'll reset with the face-off here in the right defensive circle in front of Jordan Brandt. Jordan Brandt has taken over the net-minding duties with Austin Rodebush on the injury list. Vlasov's going to have a chance there from the left side. That one bounced all around Brandt, but he will recover the puck before the skating Thunderbirds can capitalize on a rebound shot. Now, the Thunderbirds have scored 94 goals this season. 94. That's a league best, and they've only given up 29. That is one impressive margin of goals scored versus given up. And that is the reason why the Thunderbirds have skated off to a 15-1, 0-1 start. Face off here, left defensive circle. And they'll work it to the right side now. Ooh, almost a wind-up shot there from the slot from Peter Panachek, but a good job by the Icebreakers to flip it forward. Now Brody Duncan will skate past his own right defensive circle and regain control of the puck. Flip it forward into the neutral zone as he gets that one up to McKenna. Icebreakers trying to keep things here in the defensive zone of the Thunderbirds as they know how dangerous Carolina is at the other end of the ice. Bunn winds up, takes a shot that bounces off the pads of Brandt. Rebound shot, almost put in there. And that was from Joe Cangelosi, who we mentioned earlier. Now shot goes just wide left. So the Plainsboro, New Jersey native, Joe Cangelosi, we said had a bit of success against the Icebreakers in the inaugural season here for the Icebreakers. Don't forget, not too late to get season ticket packages starting at under $12 per seat. Also, brand new 7-game flex package and holiday package available. Go to MenorIcebreakers.com. Now, in the neutral zone, Cangelosi will send that one up alongside the near boards. Boarded up there. Icebreakers will come out and get it. Now, wind-up shot from Farrington goes deflected off of the stick of Dominic Fate, because Conway was in a dangerous spot there to possibly put one in, but good job by the back line. Now that one goes just behind the net. Henry Dill closing out. He's got that defensive line of the Thunderbirds to help him. It takes a whole team effort, concerted one to get as high as they are in the standings, only giving up 29 points, and now here they come on the counter. Down those far boards. That's Everett Thompson. Thompson tries to chip one in, and the save made by Jordan Brandt at 16:02 remaining. Carolina leading the shot on goal 3-0 so far. Hey, if you're looking for the ultimate Icebreakers experience, purchase tickets to our Founders Room and enjoy restaurant quality food, as well as a chance to meet head coach Ian Duncan and Icebreakers players at each and every home game. Tickets start at just $30 and are available by calling 440-290-8502 or go to MenorIcebreakers.com. We'll have a face-off here, left defensive circle in front of Brandt. Carolina will win it. And they are in hot pursuit of that 100th franchise victory. They'd be the fastest team to do it if they can pick it up this weekend. Carolina, good closeout they are feeling here from Menor's back line. Good pressure there, especially led by Tim Perks, who returned to the ice for the first time since late last season. He's out with the lengthy injury, but so good to see Timmy back out there. And he picked up 2 goals in 2 nights, one on the road and one home for the Icebreakers. Now here at the other end, Menor has it at the blue line. They'll flip that forward. And it goes coming right back at him. Nice stick handle move by Pargach. The wind-up shot from Campbell goes just wide right. And the rebound is picked up by Jan Krivalovic. Krivalovic, the native from Czech Republic, along with 7 others. That one goes flying off the left post. 15:03 remaining here in the first period. Breakdown internationally for the Thunderbirds. 8 Czech Republic players, 3 from Canada, 2 from Russia, 1 from Slovakia, 1 from Japan, and 9 from here in the good old US of A. But they have their fair share of Czech Republic players on their team due to the Thunderbirds. Now right by the outside of the right circle there. Good job by Thomas Stewart Dant, the veteran of the Icebreakers, to get that one out of the danger zone and flip it into the other defensive zone. But now Jan Salat quickly comes the other way, but he's boarded up there by Stuart Dant. So a couple of nice defensive plays made by Stuart Dant, the Winnipeg native. That one gets dumped behind the net and a whistle on the ice. Icing the call against the Icebreakers. 14:36 remaining here in the first period of play. Thanks again for joining us here on YouTube.com. We'll be with you again tomorrow night and then the 3 days after Christmas. Hope you join us. Cangelosi will take the draw for Carolina. And it looks like he'll take that up against McKenna. Carolina wins it. Stuart Dan all over the place. They'll try to close out this Carolina surge towards the net. Thunderbirds with the only 4 shots on goal so far. Fate slides it up past the right side of the net. Brody Duncan closes out. He's able to get the outlet pass to Stuart Dan, who sends one zipping across the ice. Fate will chase it down. He's being forechecked by Alex Morrow. Nice interception there by Nate Farrington, captain on the Icebreakers. But Cangelosi will come up with it, flip it over into the neutral zone. This one going volleying back and forth. Now here comes Farrington, cross the blue line, wind-up shot, bounces off of the pads of Henry Dill. Nice save made there by the Columbus native Henry Dill. Both teams trying to get some momentum early. And Menor is 9 out of 12 games when scoring first, and 8-1 after the first intermission. Last year they were 11-8-0-3. We'll tell you a little bit about how successful Carolina is when scoring first here in a moment. Now they're battling for control in the neutral zone. That was Menor's first shot on goal. And George Holt, desperately trying to keep it down here in the defensive zone. Great effort by him up against the near boards as he was being boarded up. Icebreakers will slide it across center ice. That pass picked off by Campbell, who winds up in the shot made by Brandt, who will quickly drop it off to his teammate. Carolina is 10-1 and 0-1 when leading after the first, and 14-0 when leading after second. Shot on goal there. Another save made by Henry Dill. So men are very successful when scoring first. Carolina almost lights out when scoring first. We'll see if Butita can pick up. Him and Conway have led the league. Butita, the top point scorer in the FPHL. Conway, the league-leading goal scorer. And here they come. Butita was looking for that pass to Conway, but the pass went a little behind him instead of being a leading one forward. Icebreakers will have to cycle back to the defensive zone. 12:24 here left in the first period of play. Now the Thunderbirds in their own defensive zone. Panacek and Campbell working it left to right. Scoreless start here. Both teams know how important it is to set that momentum. And Carolina works it through the neutral zone. They got caught up there. Able to get the puck back, though. Now Panacek in the left circle. Feeds the pass right side to Daniel Martin. But now here comes Isaiah Crawford returning to the ice. He sat out last weekend. Good to see Isaiah back out there. Now Daniel Martin in front of the circle. Center, Panacek wound up, but a good defensive effort there by, I believe it was Alfonso Diaz, to cut off the trajectory of that puck. Carolina had one of those down at the other end a few moments ago, so anything you can to kind of change the momentum and trajectory of a shot is appreciated for the goalies. Now Bachor winds up from beyond the blue line, and the save made by Jordan Brandt. So an exciting start so far. Of course, tonight is the team Christmas card giveaway to all fans in attendance. And the team will continue wearing those Christmas jerseys the remainder of December. And next time you're here, check out our mobile team shop next to the bleachers to get your official Icebreakers merchandise. Gear up the season for the only source of Icebreakers merchandise. Fate takes a shot, goes bouncing off of an Icebreaker skate. 6-2, the shot on goal advantage for the Thunderbirds. Now wind up, hard shot from the left side of the blue line there. That was from Daniel Klinetsky, another Czech Republic native. After we return from the first intermission, we'll bring you the shots on goal of the period, brought to you by Habco Tool and Development, and the Vitamix saves of the period. Good forechecking here by Menor, trying to make an opportunity happen, and one almost does, but a good closeout there. And then Dill wisely covers the short side as Menor tried to sneak one in. That was Brody Duncan. He covers the left area of the net and prevents that one from going in. There's a reason why Henry Dill is one of the best goalies in the FPHL. Carolina lucky enough to also have Frankie McClendon as a tremendous goalie as well on the roster. We'll face off here left defensive circle. Perks technically won the draw, but it went all the way back to the Belarus native Dmitry Danieluk, who's now behind his net. We'll leave that for a fellow teammate, and they work it up on the near boards. George Holt sends one ripping across towards Jordan Brandt. Brandt will leave it to Danieluk once again. Danieluk, nice pass all the way across to Butita, but Butita kind of got caught up with Conway. A little miscommunication there as it could have had a 2-on-1. Now, Krivolik takes a spill to the ice, and that will draw the whistle at 10:21 remaining, and an icebreaker will go to the penalty box. So that will put an icebreaker in the box. That's John Butita, and Carolina on the penalty kill. Carolina on the power play is 5th in the league, 17 for 70, 24.3% scoring percentage. Carolina on the penalty kill, though, is 88.9% first in the FPHL, but the Icebreakers have done pretty well on the penalty kill. They've gotten a decent amount of shorthanded goals so far this season. You never want to give a team like Carolina, though, any sort of advantage if you don't have to. So right now, minute 32 left in the penalty kill. Icebreakers down a man. Carolina looking to capitalize. Holt tangled up there with Farrington. Good wherewithal by Farrington to stick with that one and take some time off of that penalty kill. Now the Thunderbirds and Icebreakers both on the change. Campbell boarded up here on the near boards. He'll hold on the puck. Nice skating there by Jan Salak. Carolina working their rotation around this right circle. A little ring around the rosy here at Menor Ice Arena. Panacek will cycle it back to Bakor. Bakor from the blue line. Winds up, just misses wide left. Salak scoops the rebound up, and they'll cycle it back. Let's see if they work it left to right, or if Panacek keeps it. Panacek will actually go center, shoot it to Campbell, left side. And we're looking for maybe a rebound there off the deflection. Bakor will recover the puck. Holds on to it. He's got Stuart Dan on him. Now here comes the other way. Icebreakers able to clear that one out. A good job by the guys in double blue. 34 seconds left here in the penalty kill. 8:52 on the clock here from Menor Ice Arena, and a scoreless start in the first of two games. Panacek picking up speed. Crosses the blue line. Now towards the circle. Takes a board up here in the corner. Bakor's got it from the right side of the blue line. Bakor drop pass off to Panacek. Panacek with the short feed up into that corner. Now they'll cycle it back. Bakor works it right to left over to Vlasov. Vlasov trying to dump one to the slot. Good closeout once again. Look at Brody Duncan protecting that net with Jordan Brandt there. Helping his goalie out. Butita's back on, and they've survived that power play opportunity for the Thunderbirds. 8-3 the shot on goal advantage. Bakor takes a hard board there from Declan Conway. Now here comes Butita. Fresh out of the box. Stick handles through. Takes the shot and goes wide right. Recovered now by Tim Perks, who will dump it behind the net. So the Thunderbirds unable to capitalize on their first power play of the evening. Martin now in the neutral zone's got a slew of icebreakers battling for control of that puck. That one flips towards the bench, stays in play. Vlasov will now dump it behind the net. 7:41 remaining here in the first period. Aerial pass there across the ice, and now the Icebreakers applying the pressure. Crawford trying to keep it down here. He does. Ezri looks, got him into Slawas Morrow, but that one goes chipping a little wide right out of the path of a goal. And Carolina immediately, look how quick they are on the counter as Cangelosi winds up from the neutral zone, and the save made by Jordan Brandt on their 10th shot so far of the period. So 7:24 remaining here in the first period of play.
Official timeout.
A bit of a break on the ice. Let's tell you about a few of our corporate sponsors. Marco's Pizza with locations in Menor-on-the-Lake, Willoughby, Painesville, and South Euclid. Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Toe Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, Market Street Family Restaurant, Global Real Estate Advisors, Spuddy's Tavern, Vitamix, Homelight and Online Real Estate Company, Lake Erie Marine Sales, Mosaic Properties LLC, Stadium Grill, Preston Products LLC, Bethlehem Christmas Lights Park. Great time to go visit them in the holiday season. Cana Winery, Habco Tools and Development, McCary & Sons, Nova Southeastern University, Auburn Career Center, Menor Ice Arena, Fitness First, Ganley Village Automotive, JD Cleaners, and Burger IM. So the first trivia question here during this break was, newest icebreaker Yuri Pashtuka, what country does he hail from? And the answer is the Czech Republic. He would have made it 9 Czech Republic players still on the Thunderbirds as he was on the Carolina roster last year. Anxious to see Yuri Pashtuka back on the ice, this time in double blue, as well as rookie Chad Herron. That'll come soon enough. Little T-shirt toss here for the Fanatics. Good crowd on hand here at Menor Ice Arena. And we'll have a face-off, right defensive circle, closest Brandt and the Icebreakers net. Call it the Shark Tank here in Menor. Called it the Hive for Battle Creek when they came. I guess it would be the nest for the Thunderbirds, but nonetheless, they're keeping it away from their nest and they're trying to put it in the Shark Tank. Carolina capitalize and get some momentum here early. Menor defense playing with everything they got to make sure that's not a reality. So we'll see which one of those two realities comes true in a 0-0 game so far. That one goes off of Morrow's hand. Morrow will flip it forward to Joe Keenan. Lost control of the puck, though. He'll skate back and get it and send it to Danieluk, the Minsk Belarus native. Pargach center ice. It's tangled up there with Blake Nada. He was the newest icebreaker until this recent trade. Another kid from Ohio, Blake Nada from Brooklyn, Ohio, here in northeast area of the state. 6:24 remaining. Good pass out to Campbell. He'll wind up. That one's bouncing around, but takes a leftward bounce away from the net. And 2 icebreakers boarding him up now. Carolina frees the puck, though. Maintains control. Glove down there by Vincent DeAndre. And now on the right side, Carolina fighting to keep control. They've had the puck down here a decent amount of the first period. Wind-up shot there from DeAndre. Goes just wide right. 13-3, the shot on goal advantage thus far for the visiting Thunderbirds in white, red, and black. Now Menor trying to keep that closeout defense strong. Can't let down their guard, and now they're able to free it, and they will dump it out of the net because they needed a change. They expelled quite a bit of energy on that defensive effort, keeping this a scoreless contest. Berger and Panacek both looking for where the puck went. Was kind of a disappearing trick there. Now back to the defensive zone of the Thunderbirds. Bakor works it right to left to Vlasov. Vlasov sends a pass flying in, and that'll draw the whistle at 5:14 remaining. Moe's Southwest Grill caters any event, office lunches, house parties, tailgates, weddings, ballet recitals, and yes, thumb wrestling tournaments. Moe's Catering will fill your fajita, taco, and nacho bars with fresh and flavorful ingredients that are sure to please everyone. Just order at moes.com/catering or visit us at our Menor 2 locations, South Euclid or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Moe's. And welcome here to the Menor Icebreaker stream. If you're just joining us in a 0-0 game, 5:13 remaining here in the first period of play. Wherever you're listening from, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Menor, Ohio, anywhere in between or beyond, Daniel Martin lost his footing a little bit, but he's able to feed it up to Jan Salak now on the left circle. Salak tangled up there with Brody Duncan, one of the tough defensemen in double blue. Now they're able to turn it around the net. Tried to get it to Panacek in the slot. That was the right read, but Menor cut it off. And now here comes Declan Hanway. The Painesville, Ohio native will dump it behind the net. And that'll draw the whistle, but Menor keeps it out of the danger zone. 1 power play so far, and it was in favor of the Thunderbirds. Menor was able to get out unscathed. Carolina plays all their games down in Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Nice arena there, capacity of just over 3,000. While we got Slam up here, they got Winston and Salem, the male and female Thunderbird mascots. We got Slam the Shark. Slam getting the Fanatics into this one in the waning minutes of the first period. Got everyone tangled up here in the near corner. Not much action moving here. Everybody wants the puck. Who's going to get it? Moore at 11. Yeah, we got a true stalemate down there. And the whistle will be drawn. That was not moving at all. Tell you what is moving. It's the holiday season flying by, but make sure you stop and enjoy it with your friends and family and your loved ones. If you get a chance, come out here to Menor Ice Arena Ugly Sweater Night tomorrow night, or Thirsty Thursday Kids Club Night, Star Wars Night, the 3 days after Christmas. We'll be here, or join us here on YouTube.com for a little entertainment in the background during your time off. Menor will send that one right side blue line, shot and save from Dill. And nice look there from Keenan. Back out on the ice. He returned last weekend, the Doylestown, Pennsylvania native. Also, when we return from the first intermission, we will read you that Icebreakers Christmas greeting year 2. Hope you enjoy that. Well wishes to everyone in the FPHL. Now the windup shot, glove save made there. And what a save from Henry Dill, left glove. He's a righty, 6'2", 190 from Columbus, Ohio, but showing off his talent with either hand. And as the late, great Pete Franklin of Cleveland Sports Talk always said, one of the 2 hardest things to do in sports is stop a flying puck coming at you while on skates as a goalie. The other was hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and Henry Dill does a pretty good job at the first. Fanatics trying to get their team into it here. You can get in the action for as little as $13 and free parking here at Menor Ice Arena. 3:27 remaining. Good board up there by the Thunderbirds. That was Dominic Fate, another one of the Czech Republic natives from City of Prague. That one's in the slot. Oh, and it just missed Ezri. And Perks sticks. Went behind them. They were a little caught up too far. At the other end, mere seconds later, the Thunderbirds, Cangelosi takes a shot at the breadbasket save made by Jordan Brandt. So Jordan Brandt in his 3rd week with the team, 6'4", 205 from Onway, Alberta, Canada. Played his hockey collegiately at Portage College. And he has done pretty well for the Icebreakers since taking over for Austin Rodowich. That one somehow misses the net, and the net comes dislodged right after. Just went over the top of the net. Did that Carolina shot. Thanks again to Madison Sakita for singing the national anthem before tonight's game. Face-off now, left defensive circle. And another whistle immediately after at the 3-minute mark. 15-5, the shot on goal advantage in favor of the visiting Thunderbirds. And we'll see what the call is officially here. It's going to be against Yuri Pargach. He will go to the box. And for the first time tonight, the Icebreakers are on the Lake Health power play. A big thank you to Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game, as well as training facilities for players to use all season long at the Live Healthy Fitness Center. Right here in Menor, Ohio, you'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and a friendly, experienced staff. Membership offers everything you need to help reach your health and fitness goals. So we talked about how good Carolina was on the penalty kill, and they lead the league. They've stopped 64 of 72 coming at them. That's good for 88.9%. But the Icebreakers will welcome the 5-on-4 advantage for the next minute 47. 2:45 on the scoreboard as far as time left in the period. So the power play will end one way or the other before we reach the conclusion of the period. Brody Duncan taking his time coming out here, surveying the landscape. Feeds a hot pass up to Stuart Dant, now up to Declan Conway in a race with Vlasov. And now tangled up in that far corner. Duncan with an extended stick, keeps it alive and takes a wrist shot forward. Bounces off the back glass. Still 0-0 here. Next minute 9 on the power play. Can they crack that Carolina wall, which has been so strong all year, especially on the penalty kill? Brody Duncan taking his time. Looking for quality over quantity here. Feed it to Ezri And out to Berger. Now Carolina with a U of a hook around the net there that will go all the way back to the Icebreakers' left defensive circle where Danieluk will come and get the puck. Now Carolina applying a bit of forecheck pressure here. A minute differential between the time left in the period and the power play. Minute 28 and 28 seconds left in the power play respectfully. Farrington, nice pass, but it's cut off. A good steal there by Krivalovic. Jan Krivalovic. 12 seconds left in the Lake Cal power play, and when you're watching Carolina for the first time this year, you can see why they're 88.9% on the penalty kill. Here comes Dave Farrington, though, into the slot rebound. Can't get the shot off, and a nice job by Henry Dale to close that one out. Make it 65 for 73 on the penalty kill for the Thunderbirds. Hard board there from Danieluk. 50 seconds remaining here in the first period. Esri gets pickpocketed at center ice by Yuri Pargic. 10 shot on goal advantage for Carolina. Scoreless contest. Danieluk will be content to flip that one down towards the net, and that'll draw the icing call with just 31 seconds remaining. So we'll come down to the other end in the final 31 ticks of the first period clock. Carolina 0, Menor 0. Looks like we'll do the face-off from the left defensive circle. It'll be Alex Morrow taking the draw for Menor versus Panacek. Now Vlasov lines up from the left side of the blue line. Skips in towards Brandt, who will lean over to make the save. Once again, when we return from the first period, we'll read you that Christmas greeting and give you the Habcoat tool and development shots on goal for the period and the Vitamix saves of the period. Going right back to that left defensive circle in front of Brandt, though. Another face-off, this time McKenna versus Panacek. Salak skates free, dumps it back off. Now to Vlasov, left side, winds up. Goes off with the outstretched stick of Tim Perks. Carolina will recover and have to cycle back to their defensive zone. It's a nice move by Tim Perks defensively. 7 seconds left here in the first period. Stuck in a corner. See if they're able to get that shot off. They send one right across the ice. But no dice on the shot on goal. And at the end of the first period, we are all tied up at 0. Icebreakers and Thunderbirds, the first of 2 in a weekend series. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on YouTube.com, your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. And when we return, we will catch you up on everything going around the league as well and give you the second period action. Third period to follow after that from Menor Ice Arena. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Menor Ice Arena as we get set for the second period where the score is all tied up at 0. Fabco Tool and Development shots on goal for the period. Carolina with 17 and 7 for Menor, and those numbers switched off on the saves of the period, brought to you by Vitamix. We thank you for joining us here on YouTube.com. The Thunderbirds come in at 15-1-0-1, leading the Western Division and the league, and the Icebreakers coming in at 11-7. At this point, we read it to during the opening, before the opening puck drop. We'll read it to you once again. An Icebreakers Christmas greeting, year 2. 'Twas 5 nights before Christmas, and Carolina's in town. Men are looking for a big win to pick up some ground. The snow has started to fall, but never the Breakers' spirit. Come on and stand up, fanatics. Root for your team. Let's hear it. On Prowlers, on Dashers, on Thunderbirds, on Enforcers, on Wolves, we send all kind words. On Thunder, on River Dragons, on Hat Tricks. Presents of pucks, gloves, and brand new hockey sticks. From the rink at Battle Creek, on Rumblebees. Now every team in the league decorating their trees. But guiding Santa's sleigh to the Mishers Cup this year are the Icebreakers from Menor. Have no fear. A Butita goal, a Conway goal, guidance from Coach Slam. Now the only question is, are you having turkey, duck, or ham? Rotabush between the pipes and Daniluk from Belarus. If you mess with the Breakers, they'll cook you like a Christmas goose. So hang up your stocking, sing carols, celebrate. The Icebreakers wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So that is the Icebreakers Christmas greeting, year 2. Hope you enjoy that and hope that you and your loved ones all have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year coming up, and a safe time during the holiday season, of course. Wish to everyone and good cheer as we get set here for hopefully another good period. It was a quality first period, and 0-0 is the score. Now, the Icebreakers have officially launched their official booster club. Visit the merchandise table or MenorIcebreakers.com for more information. And the Kids Club, the Junior Icebreakers, is up and going, and Kids Club will have a Kids Club night on the Friday after Christmas. Kids between the ages of 5 and 16 are eligible to join the brand new Junior Icebreakers Kids Club. Members receive a membership t-shirt and card, having special access to events with players, and will receive free admission with a paying adult during select games through the 1920 season, one of those being the Friday after Christmas. Cost is just $15 per season per child. For more information, stop by the merchandise table or visit MenorIcebreakers.com. And for fanatics here that might be listening or want to come to tomorrow's game and looking for a place to eat after, the preferred restaurant of the Menor Icebreakers is Spidey's Tavern, located in Menor on the Lake. We'll give fans 10% off their bill after Icebreakers home games when you bring your ticket stub. And if you need a place to stay, Wingate by Wyndham Lamalfa, the preferred hotel for the Menor Icebreakers. Visitors coming in from out of town can take advantage of special room rates when mentioning the Menor Icebreakers corporate rate when making reservations. Now, very important, because today we're collecting and tomorrow is the last day of the Toys for Tots collection, as the Icebreakers have teamed up with the Marine Toys for Tots campaign to give new unwrapped toys for children in need. These toys will help address the close to 30,000 children in Lake and Geauga County who are in need and whose families cannot afford to buy presents for their children. Our collection bin is located at the ticket scanning entry to the rink on game nights, or toys can be dropped off at our team office on the second level of the rink at any time. The collection bin is outside the team office. Thanks to all who've donated for your generosity. And once again, we'll be collecting through tomorrow night. So help us out with that great cause. Icebreakers Apparel makes great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. Don't forget to visit the merchandise table to finish off your Christmas shopping list. Maybe a pennant, maybe a t-shirt, a cruise shirt, hats, plushie. Coming soon, you'll be able to purchase the apparel on the website if you're out of town as well. And keep in mind, during the holidays, our team office will be open for a limited time during the holiday weeks. Next week, the office will be open Monday the 23rd from 10 to 2 and 9 to 4 on Thursday the 26th and Friday the 27th. Tomorrow, December 21st, dig way back in your closets, pull out your best ugly sweater to wear to the game. Theme night for ugly sweaters, and you may even win a prize for your special ugly sweater. Well, the teams are back out on the ice, and I got to tell you, 0-0 is very intense because at this point, any little mistake is going to be eventually capitalized by either team. And you don't want to be the first one to make it. We gave you that stat before the game started. When Menor scores first, they have won 9 of 12 games this year. They're 8-1 after leading the first intermission. Last year, Menor was 11-8, 0-3 when scoring first. The Icebreakers are 2-4 when opponents score first. Last year, they were 6-27, 1-2. Now, Carolina, on the flip of that, is 10-1, 0-1 when leading after the first, and 14-0. This is a pivotal period, leading after the second. So, very important stats that'll factor in here as we first period's out of the way. Menor has lost 7 of 9 games within 2 goals, and they are an impressive 9-0 when the margin of victory is 3 or more. So what one of these things is going to come into play the most here? Maybe we'll find out this period. Second period action underway, and once again, thank you for joining us here on YouTube.com. The Icebreakers now will move left to right this period in their double blue jerseys with white numbers and the Christmas decal across the jerseys. They'll be auctioned off after the game on the 28th. And the Thunderbirds in their road white, red and black jerseys with red numbers will move right to left. 19:31 remaining here in the second period of play of a scoreless contest. That one dumped down to Brandt. To hold on to, oh, that was dangerous. He left it out to dry, and Peter Panachik almost made him pay for it. Oh, my goodness. Jordan Brandt was trying to scoot that puck to Alex Morrow, but he kind of just lazily dropped it off in front of the net, and Peter Panachik almost made him pay the ultimate price with a first goal here in the first minute of the second period. Wow. Good heads-up play by Brandt after, but that one woke everybody up. Now the puck going the other way. Butita, he's got a man to beat. That is Klenetsky. Almost makes it happen, but a good final closeout there. Fanatics trying to get their team into it. Conway went to take a shot from center, but couldn't get a good handle on this. Carolina applied that like glue pressure. Feed over center ice. Here comes Cangelosi. Wind up off of the left glove of Jordan Brandt. Brandt also righty. We got 2 righty goalies, and Michael Bunn winds up, takes a shot, bounces off of the glove, and Brandt will secure it. So Carolina bringing a bit of fire here to begin the second period of play. We'll have a face-off now here in the left defensive circle, closest to Jordan Brandt in the Shark Tank. And it was Krivolovic winning that draw for Carolina, but now Menor jockeying for position here. Both teams kind of pickpocketing each other in routine fashion. Menor finally comes up and gets that one, taps it forward. Now Carolina flips that one towards the far boards. And leading with his elbows there is Yuri Pargich. Knocks an icebreaker to the ice. He'll get up. 19-7 shot on goal advantage for Carolina. Icebreakers would like to thank Chris Lewis, Rashawn Bailey, Cassie Mann, and Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the season. Face-off now, right defensive circle. It'll be Krivolovic and Nate Farrington, the main draw guy for Menor. Farrington will win that one. Takes a good percentage of the Icebreakers' draws. Mark Esri trying to get in on the action and now tries to skate his way through 2 Thunderbird defenders, but is cut off. That one goes between the skates of Brody Duncan, and here comes Carolina on the counter. Duncan looking to board him up, closes out on defense. Excuse me. Now Esri takes a board from Daniel Martin. Brody Duncan will come over to get that puck. Gets it up to Farrington. Can Farrington get there first? He's in a race with Vlasov in that corner. Now over center ice, Brody Duncan extends a stick, but Carolina recovers it. Salak trying to get the turn. Henry Berger will come away with it and send it around the net in a U to Brody Duncan, the Toledo, Ohio native, who flies one across the left circle, and that'll draw a whistle on the ice. 17:15 remaining here. So a scoreless first 23 minutes. Well, just under 23 minutes because goals can be scored in 15 seconds or less. Once again, the trade update from earlier this week, it was Menor sending Parker Moskal and Vaughn Clouston to Columbus for Yuri Peshtuka, former Carolina Thunderbird last year. Almost found a Thunderbird in the slot there. And rookie Chad Herron. We'll see those guys soon enough on the ice, not dressed this weekend, but trade official. Vlasov now over the right circle in his defensive zone. Good forecheck from Alex Morrow and Zach McKenna. And turn opportunity there in the save. I think McKenna's worn a few different numbers in the 20s. I think he's been 20, 23, and 27. That's why I was hesitating for a second. He's wearing 23 tonight. Got Jolly on the back as the Icebreakers Christmas jerseys all have different words such as Blizzard, Grinch, Jolly, Holly. You'll have a chance to bid on them in an auction after the game on Saturday the 28th. Danieluk winds up. That one's in the slot. Can they turn it? Carolina closes it out. Good job defensively. Once again, they've held Menor to just 8 shots on goal. Keenan looked to feed it to the slot, but a good read by Everett Thompson, the Grand Rapids, Michigan native. Thompson now works it behind the net to Michael Bunn. Bunn now feeds it back to Cangelosi, who's sandwiched up against the near glass. Trying to free the puck out. 16:09 remaining here in the second period of play for Menor Ice Arena. FPHL action on a Friday night. Finally clears it out. Menor will send that one along the perimeter of the rink. But Daniel Klinetsky will get there first. Now into the defensive zone of the Icebreakers. Good turn on a dime there by Yuri Pargach. Campbell with the no-look pass, trying to feed it up to DeAndre. Now trying to get the turn is Pargach again. Wind up for the blue line, Campbell. Here comes Menor the other way. Butita tangled up with Holt there, maintains control, but eventually will lose it to Campbell as he was very aggressively defended there. Behind the net now, Brandt will leave it for Stuart Dant. Now here comes Menor into the neutral zone. Sends that pass, cycling back to Alfonso Diaz. Coming back at him, though, Daniel Martin to Bunn, to Panicek. Now to Campbell. Martin from the left circle will send it blue line back to the neutral zone now. That's to George Holt. And Menor will dump that one down to Dill, who makes a line drive grab in the net. He is good with his hands, is Henry Dill. Now, right to left, Brody Duncan winds up, takes a shot, and it looked like it was going to pinball off of Dill, but Dill with another classic save for the Thunderbirds. Henry Dill on the year, 8-1-1. And all 3 Carolina goalies with an over 900% save percentage. Henry Dill leads the way with a .936 and 3 shutouts. He's got one going right now, as does Jordan Brandt. Brandt comes in at 2-1 with an over 9 percentage as well at .911. But over a smaller sample size as Dill has played 10 games. Now Carolina regains control of the puck, but a whistle, and it looks like Vlasov wants to trade fisticuffs with Alex Morrow. He's slamming him up against the board. That's Mark Esri, excuse me. Esri skates away. And Vlasov will be undoubtedly headed to the friendly confines of the penalty box. Esri is going to the box as well, much to chagrin of the Fanatics here. We'll wait to see how this one sorts out. They'll take a moment here to set this one up. We want to tell you about Mo Mondays. The weekend isn't over just because it's Monday. Sure, you might physically be at work or in school, but your mind's still on weekend time. That's why when it comes to Monday, spend it at Mo's, where they got burrito specials that will make you feel like it's still lazy Sunday, even when it isn't. So end the weekend with Mo Monday and visit us at our Menor 2 locations, South Euclid or Mayfield stores. It's a Friday here, and we're kicking off a holiday weekend here at Menor Ice Arena. So a pair of 4s in the penalty box, as both Stanislav Vlasov, the Russian native from St. Petersburg, and Mark Esri, the Framingham, Massachusetts native, will spend 2 minutes apiece in the box. So we have our first 4-on-4 scenario, roughing and a cross-checking call respectfully against the Thunderbird and Icebreaker, and another whistle now. I believe that one will be offsides against Carolina. Whistles coming in bunches right now. Thanks again for joining us at YouTube.com. We'll have our face-off coming up now here in the neutral zone, closest to blue line in front of Brandt. Carolina will win that draw. George Holt in control of the puck, dumps it behind the net. 13:40 remaining and 1:30 apiece on the pair of 4s in the box. Henry Berger, no look pass to Brody Duncan. Nice look there as he had an incoming Thunderbird picking up steam. Now Brody Duncan crosses over. Defensive zone, left circle, wide up, back of the net! Bar down! Icebreaker score first! No, that's not a semi-truck coming. That's the goal horn and celebration here behind me at Menor Ice Arena. Brody Duncan got the no-look pass from Henry Berger, skates all the way into the defensive zone of the Thunderbirds, and slaps one into the top right corner to put Menor up 1-0 here from Menor Ice Arena. 13:25. Good pass from Henry Berger as well on the backhand pass there in the defensive zone. And Menor, we were talking about which of those statistics would be tested. Not proven necessarily true, as Carolina can make anything happen, but Menor has won 9 of 12 games when scoring first. Brody Duncan picks up his 5th goal in the year. And look at Carolina trying to respond right back. Peter Panicek raced in like a thoroughbred towards the net, and then another rebound shot there from Jan Salak. A pair of Thunderbirds almost tied this one up right away. Something Carolina is very accustomed to doing from both last year and this year. So Brody Duncan makes it 1-0 in the 13-minute mark. Picks up, as we were saying, his 15th point on the year. On his 5th goal. Adds on 10 assists as well. And Carolina is going to look to apply even more pressure now, as they do not want to trail at any point, let alone lose games. Carolina has only lost 1 game in regulation this year. Came on November 8th, 3-2 versus the expansion, but rolling Danbury Hat-Tricks, who have been tearing up the league. And they lost at the shootout, lost to Elmira last weekend. Carolina's got something exciting coming up. They're going to play Danbury in Bloomington, Illinois on January 3rd and 4th. Fun fact about that, Andre Nitsch, the coach of Carolina, got his first pro goal in Grosinger Motors Arena as part of the Bloomington Prairie Thunder. So they'll travel there as Bloomington looking to be an expansion team next year. How about this feed? Konecki! Oh, Konecki to Vlasov. Make it look easy for the Thunderbirds. And at 12:14, the Thunderbirds have tied it all up. Hey, and that's 2 donations to Meals for Wheels. So Carolina and Menor helping out on that perspective. But You could tell from the fire and fervor they were playing with, they did not want to trail along in this one, and they make it just over a minute before they tie it up. Great effort there by Carolina on the clean finish. And you got to give credit to them there. It was a great feed. So it was 0-0 for about 27 minutes, and now we've had 2 goals in a minute and a half from Menor Ice Arena, and both on 4-on-4, and that has expired. So 12 minutes remaining now in a 1-1 game, so we're back to essentially 0-0, but a bit of momentum and flair has been added. Campbell winds up, and that one bounces off the back glass. An exciting last couple of minutes and a whistle there. Nice save there by Jordan Brandt. So Brody Duncan gets the no-look pass from Henry Berger, skates all the way across the left defensive circle of the Thunderbirds and puts one in the back of the net. But Carolina responds right back with the goal from Michael Bunn. And a nice feed as well to tie this one all up at 1. That one right in front of Brandt. Carolina looking to take the lead here. Campbell looking to wind up. The net's come off. The goal goes in, but the net did come off. That one seemed pretty clear that the net came off before the goal. We will see. The first official did say goal, so we'll see, but from my eyes, and not from a homer point of view, that net seemed clearly off 2-3 seconds before the shot. It was a great shot on goal, tucks it into the top right corner. But I believe the net was clearly dislodged before, and we'll let the officials decide, though. I'm just up here in the Breakers broadcast booth. I don't have a say on it. So we'll see what the official result is. Could be a huge turn of momentum here if Carolina could score 2 goals in 2 minutes. And, of course, Menor started off this flurry of action just a minute prior, so it'd be 3 goals in 3 minutes total. Tonight's the Christmas card giveaway to all the fans in attendance. Tomorrow, Ugly Sweater Night. Make sure you join us here. Wow, and surprise! I believe the goal is going to stand is the call we're getting, and we'll wait to put it on the scoreboard till we get 100% confirmation, which would be a big blow to Menor if Carolina made it these 2 goals in 2 minutes. Holiday game package available for these 5 games, including tonight, but there's 4 more coming up. Go to MenorIcebreakers.com. Everybody anxiously awaiting Nate Farrington taking his captain duty, explaining it to the officials. But the goal is going to stand, and we'll put it up on the scoreboard here. Fanatics don't like it. Yuri Pargach credited with that one at 11:35. 22nd shot on goal to the 22 to the 12 for Menor. So Pargach puts it top right corner. And it is 2-1 now. Thunderbirds take the lead. What a swing of momentum. So that's why we said these stats are going to be tested, because Menor's won 9 of 12 when scoring first, and all these things are great, but then you still got to play the minutes remaining after that. So and especially against a tough team like the Thunderbirds, Jordan Brandt going to be tested here. Makes the glove save, nicely done left side on the shot from Daniel Martin. 24-12, doubled up now. The shot on goal in favor of Carolina. And these next couple of minutes for Coach Ian Duncan's squad are going to be very important to not give up a goal, namely 1, but 2, to try to regain some momentum, as Carolina, since that goal by Brody Duncan, I know it's only been a couple of minutes, has pretty much exclusively had the puck down here in the Icebreakers defensive zone. And that is tough to keep it down in the scoring area against such a well-oiled machine like Carolina. Now Berger, that one goes off a Thunderbird skate, takes a bad bounce for the Icebreakers. Vlasov in control of the puck. They'll feed this one up along the near boards. Official jumps out of the way and a whistle on the ice at 10:40 remaining now. Face-off now will be from the right defensive circle in front of the Icebreakers net. Looks like Cangelosi will be on the draw versus Tim Perks, who again returned to the ice last weekend, had 2 goals in 2 nights. Good to see him back out there. Now Klenetsky, he's boarded up against the near boards. Gloves that one down, chips it forward. Takes a blow, though, from John Butita, the Cleveland, Ohio native and former Kent State Golden Flash right here in northeastern Ohio. Of course, Declan Conway just a stone's throw away from Painesville, Ohio. Wind-up shot goes wide left from Carolina. About halfway through here in the second period, 10:14 remaining. Tim Perks racing across the right circle the other way. Finally, Icebreakers get it down here at the other end. Brody Duncan winds up and takes a shot, and that one almost was lost from Henry Dill's grasp, but he made sure to secure that right up. And only 13 shots on goal. If you're Menor, you got to be happy you've put one in against Henry Dill, but with only 13 shots on goal, it's going to be tough to get the tying or lead-taking goal when you're only getting so many opportunities down at the other end of the ice. Now it'll be McKenna taking the draw for Menor against Krivolovic. Daniel is getting forechecked here by Jan Salak. He had a pretty good season against the Icebreakers last year as well for Carolina. Now skating behind the net. Feed up to Esri. Now a little give and go. Try to make a little soccer trap. Actually, that's Alex Morrow. Nice little soccer move there. I could appreciate that. Sends it over to Daniel right side, and Carolina applying the forecheck. They're playing with a bit more confidence now with the 2-1 lead and things going in their favor. You got to ride that momentum. Winning teams use that to their advantage, and a whistle on the ice here. Offsides against Menor. Not happy about that call are the Icebreakers, but it is the call at 9:17 remaining here in the first period or second period of play, excuse me.
Let's go to Missy in the stands.
Don't forget, Toys for Tots continues tomorrow night. Bring a new and unwrapped toy, and it'll all go to kids in need for the local Marine Toy for Tots program. On December 26th, day after Christmas, is Thirsty Thursday, and all that holiday fun can make you thirsty. Beer and wine, just $2 all night. On December 27th, Menor Youth Hockey Night and Kids Club Night, co-sponsored by Moe's Southwest Grill. All Menor Youth Hockey players who wear their team jersey to the game will get in free with the paying adult. All Kids Club members get in free too. Stay after the game to skate with the team. It's free if you have your own skate, or rent them for $3 from the Ice Arena Skate Rental. And on December 28th is our Star Wars theme night. We'll be playing music and showing video clips from Star Wars, and if you have gear, put it on for the game. I believe Jared, who's not with me tonight, will be dressed up as Darth Vader and maybe even co-broadcasting the entire first period as Darth Vader, but we'll wait to see if that's true or not. We promise it'll be fun and out of this world. Fanatics getting into it here as they truly needed the fans to do so. Carolina with the 2-1 lead, the advantage here midway through the second period. So 24-13, the shot on goal advantage now in favor of the visiting Thunderbirds. 9:17 on the clock here as we head towards the Labatt Blues second intermission. Battling for control of the puck. Carolina comes away with it. Now Daniel Martin has control, trying to work it to the slot. Menor's defensive line cutting him off. Good crowd on hand here at Menor Ice Arena. And a dangerous spot for Menor. Peter Panicek will cycle it back. He's got a pair of Icebreakers watching his every move. Now from the blue line, dumps it behind the net. Carolina racing to get there first, though. Another scrum up here against the near boards. Who's going to break free? Mark Esri sticking with it. Nice stick-to-itiveness. Chips it to Dant, who flips it forward. No one there, though. And unfortunately for Menor, their second period offense since the Brody Duncan goal has pretty much been dumping it down to the net to get on the change. But while that works at avoid giving up a goal and keeping your guys fresh, doesn't come too close to putting one in the back of the net to tie it up. Now Carolina racing past the neutral zone. He's got speed. He's got his man beat. Winds up, though, and it goes flying off the top of the back glass of the safety net out of play. So the Icebreakers in their second season, inaugural season last year. Played their game at Menor Ice Arena in Lake County. Carolina Thunderbirds. Their opposition, reigning Commissioner's Cup champions, debuted in 2017. Won the Cup in their second year, not too bad. Third year, out to a 15-1, 0-1 start. And Thunderbirds looking to become the fastest team to 100 wins. It would also be Andre Nitch's 100th win as well. Men are trying to have a little say about that, although they'll have to go the whole weekend without giving one up to Carolina. Another whistle on the ice at 7:48 remaining now. And we'd like to thank our crew here, off-ice officials Brian Kelly, Greg Butala, Greg Kopp, Warren Linder, Russ Arala, Joe Knight, and Bobby Van Sickle. Taylor Ruyer on game day operations, Frank Schmidt, operations intern, Larry Rummel, Al Moon, and Lawrence Rummel on the sound crew, Casey Healy on the video stream, and not alongside me today on color commentary, but Jared Tennant for helping me with the stream and game notes and all the other stuff that he does behind the scenes as communications manager. Icebreakers on the Lake Health Power Play. Big thanks to Lake Health. Want to get that New Year goal started early? Go to the Live Healthy Fitness Center, catty-cornered here to Menor Ice Arena. We'll make it happen. Carolina's trying to make it happen as they cross the neutral zone. Wind-up shot from Pargach goes off of the stick of Jordan Brandt. Next minute 40, we'll have the Icebreakers on the power play. Hooking was the call on, or holding, excuse me, the call on Dominic Fay. And that's why the Icebreakers on that power play opportunity. Here they come trying to tie this one up. It'd be no time like the present. Of course, Carolina already 1 for 1 on the penalty kill tonight. 65 for 73 on the year, nearing 90%. And the Icebreakers on the change, getting some fresh legs in there with a minute 10 on the power play opportunity. 6:56 left on the game clock. And one goes off of Brody Duncan's wrist. Nice stick handle move past the Thunderbird defender. That was Peter Panachik. Wind-up shot. Rebound goes off of Dill. And Brody Duncan, wild defenseman, and he has scoring tendencies. Maybe he has had the best chances offensively so far for Menor. And if you are wondering, if you haven't heard of Menor stream before, it's MENTOR. Looks like mentor. And if you're from Menor, you know it's Menor. As spelled MENNER. Just a little fun trivia fact there. It's kind of funny. You know when someone is from Menor when they say Menor. But I digress. 24 seconds left here in the Lake Cal power play. Mark Esri, nice move past Cangelosi, feeds it left side, but they are forced to take a very quick shot. Whoa! And Michael Bunn gets all tangled up with Alex Morrow, spins him around with the stick. We'll see if that draws a whistle or not. 16 seconds left in the Lake Cal power play. Kind of took him for a little ride there on a tilt-a-whirl, except instead of a cart, it was a Thunderbird hockey stick. 2-1 is the score. And if you're up here in Menor, it's actually going to probably be a green Christmas. Snow on the ground right now. It's going to be 47 on Christmas Eve and 45 on Christmas Day, which is unseasonably warm. I wonder what the weather will be like in Winston-Salem. Probably at least a bit warmer, maybe not much. But here comes, a takedown there. And that was Vincent DeAndre. Ducked down and back body dropped the icebreaker over the top. Does draw a whistle there. That was unique. 5:34 remaining.
Remember, check the puck coming up next intermission in 50-50. Get them now. That'll go.
Pretty clean first period. A little bit of a chippier second period on both sides. We'll see if that stays in check or if it continues to accelerate into the third period. As a little bit maybe more on the line now with some goals on the board. And one team trailing. That's the Icebreakers down 2-1 against the Thunderbirds. Lost control of the puck, and now Carolina trying to capitalize off of that. Can they get it over left side? Campbell's open, but they'll be content to take one from the right side. That's George Holt in traffic, though. Krivolovic keeps it alive. Nice stick handle move. He winds up, takes the shot, bounces off of Brandt, and now behind the net. It was a nice look, though, from Krivolovic. Menor had a chance for a breakaway. but Blake Nada lost his stick in the fast break. His stick was further than him. Stick wanted that goal, so did Blake, but couldn't keep up with it there. A little missed opportunity, but we'll see if they can recover. Carolina trying to keep things down here as they have much of the last 8 or 9 minutes or so. Declan Conway sends a pass to reads empty as Carolina picks that one off easily. Now Alfonso Diaz avoiding the forecheck of the Carolina pressure. Diaz, the Pembroke Pines, Florida native, played college at Florida Gulf Coast University. If you remember, they had an excellent March Madness run a few years ago as a 15 seed. I believe made it to the Sweet 16. Menor with it down here in the Thunderbirds defensive zone. This is a different change from much of the period. Look at that effort by Declan Conway, laying himself on the line to keep it down here. They know how hard it's been to keep it down here. Butina now, right circle. It's going to wind up. He takes the shot, though, right at Henry Dill. Now, easier said than done, but the far side, the left side of the net was open. He went right side, namely because he had pressure hot on his heels to get that shot off. Obviously, John Butina, a very talented scorer for the Icebreakers, as he is the point leader for Menor, has 18 goals, trailing only Declan Conway, but leads the team in assists and has near 40 points on the season. Now they get it to Mark Esri behind the net. Pair of Thunderbirds hot on his heels, though, trying to clear it out. Cangelosi and Fate there applying the pressure. Trying to get some help there from, I believe, Nate Farrington to clear it out is Mark Esri, is Farrington. Now the puck skates across. A nice move by Joe Keenan, though, to cut off what would be Cangelosi's fast break. And here come the Icebreakers the other way in the neutral zone. Morrow feeds it up to Farrington. Farrington takes a nice hard shot, goes wide right. And Menor is having to get those shots off so quickly as Carolina's pressure from behind, oncoming man, is very good. Nice look there from Tim Perks that goes just wide right. 3:06 and a whistle on the ice. And we have a major score update as the Battle Creek Rumblebees are up 4-1 on Elmira. I think everybody is kind of rooting for Battle Creek, the last team to join the party. And we've said this to our fans and other fans around the league, but Carolina hasn't heard it. And in my opinion, Menor can relate in some regard to Battle Creek's position, not getting to be a part of the expansion draft, but Battle Creek had an even tougher draw. Menor was one of 2 new teams last year of 6 total. Battle Creek, it was one of 4 new teams, only one not in the expansion draft, of 10 total teams. So Battle Creek's pickings were very slim. Not that they didn't have any talent on the roster, but they just were the last to join the party, having just 2 months to put together a team after 9 other teams had the chance to do so. So if the Rumblebees can pull off their first win, and they are trying to avoid the worst start in pro hockey history, which nobody wants to see any team break that streak. So the yellow and black attack is trying to make it happen against an expansion team from last year, Elmira. Now Panicek at the other end takes a shot that goes just wide left. Menor on the counter will send the pass far ahead of Isaiah Crawford. Henry Dill will come out to get that one. 2:31 remaining here in the second period of play. Vlasov crosses over center ice, takes a long shot. Oh my, and Brand almost tipped it in off his stick on the rebound. That was such a hard shot that it almost ricocheted in. It was a good look from the neutral zone. A lot of bodies getting tangled up and taking spills to the ice now in the waning minutes of the period. So we head towards the Labatt Blues second intermission. Good cutoff by Isaiah Crawford as they were looking for the feed to the slot. Now goes off of the skate of Campbell. And dumped now into the zone is Zach McKenna, the Powell, Ohio native from Worcester State University, D3 hockey. Minute 47 now, remaining in the period. Cangelosi with the feed. He had Thompson just a bit wide right, though. A lot of bodies take it to the ice here. Declan Conway takes his tangle and a spill. Final minute and a half remaining. That one goes wide right from the Thunderbirds. Fate back in action. Dumps it down to Thompson. Thompson behind the net now to Bunn. And again, we have a congestion backup here on I-90 in that far corner. Who's going to come away with the puck? 3 guys take a spill to the ice. That's about 6 in the final 2 minutes so far. Here comes Menor on the counter. Butita picking a speed over the blue line. Pass left to Perks. Perks was looking Conway just a bit wide right. That was a nice 3-on-1 look and probably the best team offensive effort in the past maybe 12, 13 minutes since they've scored, and a whistle on the ice there. 50.8 seconds remaining. So it ought to be a doozy of a third period if the score stays tied 2-1. No, it's good to see. We could see in the live chat just about everybody is rooting for the Bees. The Hive is a rockin'. I don't know if that game's at the rink at Battle Creek or not, but the entire FPHL, probably save for Elmira fans right now, is rooting for the yellow and black attack. The guys with the honeycomb decal to pick up their first win. What a Christmas present that would be. Right here, we got 27 seconds left. That one goes wide right for the Thunderbirds. Now the second shot, nice. Another skate save. That one made by Danieluk. Sometimes their skates just been in the line of the shot. That's been enough to throw off the trajectory. Campbell's got it down here, though. Carolina's trying to make it a 2-goal lead before the period. Remember, Carolina 14-0 when leading after the second period. Menor now trying to make sure another shot doesn't go off. They can't afford to be down 2. And Farrington won't get that shot off in time. So at the end of the second period, it'll be the Carolina Thunderbirds 2 and the Menor Icebreakers 1. So it was 0-0 at the end of the first period. And that was before Brody Duncan scored the first goal of the game. 13:25 remaining. Berger sent him the backhand pass and offensive zone, skated free over the left defensive circle over the Thunderbirds and put it in the right corner. Menor was up 1-0. Carolina made an exciting 3 minutes at 12:14 remaining. They scored their first, and then Pargach scored the second. 11:35 remaining to the top right corner, and the Thunderbirds take a 2-1 lead here at Menor Ice Arena. 14-0 after leading 2 periods. Again, though, you throw it all out the window because stats are stats, and they're stats for a reason, but it's why they play the remainder of the game. So we're going to take a quick break here and head to the Labatt Blues second intermission with the score, Carolina 2, Menor 1. Welcome back here to Menor Ice Arena as we get set for what will be undoubtedly an exciting third period of play. We thank you again for wherever you're listening from. Menor, Ohio, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, or anywhere in between or beyond, as the Carolina Thunderbirds took a 2-1 lead on the Menor Icebreakers in the second period. All action scored over a 3-minute stretch, and what was a very exciting stretch of action. And we get set. 5 minutes to play, or 5 minutes left on the clock before we resume. And you take a look ahead at the schedule. Carolina back tomorrow night. Danbury and a series with Port Huron in those 3 games after Christmas. Then the Icebreakers will take to the road to end the 2019 year. Danville New Year's Eve. And then return there. That's a Tuesday game on Friday. So they'll probably spend the first couple of days of the new year in Danville, Illinois, next to David S. Palmer Arena. And they'll play Danville once again on Friday the 3rd. Then they'll return to finish that long series on Saturday the 4th, 6:30 start against Danville. And after that, a trip to Carolina. So that's the Icebreakers' end of the year and beginning of the year schedule. Men are trying to get some wins here at home before they go to Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex to play the tough Thunderbirds in their arena there. Don't forget, tomorrow is Ugly Sweater Night. Bring your ugly sweater and you have a chance to win a prize. And that'll be a fun night here as we get set for the holiday. The last broadcast, I think we'll do the Icebreakers Christmas team Christmas greeting year 2 one more time at the conclusion of the third period. So stick around at the end of the game and we'll read that one more time and bid everyone in the FPHL a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Once again, the Icebreakers would like to thank Chris Lewis, Rashawn Bailey, Cassie Mann, and Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the season. Taking a look at the scoreboard, and the Thunderbirds have the 27-16 shot on goal advantage and 25 saves on the night so far for Jordan Brandt, 15 for Henry Dill. Henry Dill looking for his 9th win in between the pipes for the Thunderbirds, and Carolina, of course, looking for that 100th franchise victory. So we'll see, but Menor would like to play spoil sport for that and get a comeback win here. Of course, Carolina, as we mentioned, they're lights out after winning 2 periods. They have won 14 after winning after that second period of play. So we'll see what happens as we get set for third period action. I'd like to thank the crew alongside me once again: Brian Kelly, Greg Butala, Greg Kopp, Warren Linder, Russell Ralla, Joe Knight, and Bobby Van Sickle, our off-ice officials. Taylor Ruyer, game day operations. Frank Schmidt, operations intern. Larry Rummel, Al Moon, and Lawrence Rummel on the sound crew. Casey Healy on the video stream, as well as Jared Tennant, communications managers, for helping me get ready for tonight's broadcast. And you listening at home, wherever you are, hope you're having a good Friday night and enjoying tonight's game. It's been a pretty good hockey game, whether you're on Carolina's side or Menor's side. I think it's been a pretty entertaining game. I mean, you have a 0-0 first period of action, and then you get 3 goals over a 3-minute stretch before playing another 10-plus minutes of scoreless hockey. So what will the third period have in store? We're going to find out in just a couple of minutes. But I tell you what, I'm looking forward to finding out whatever it is. And if you want the ultimate Icebreakers experience, the next time you're here at Menor Ice Arena, purchase tickets for our Founders Room and enjoy restaurant-quality food. Tickets are just $30, and they're available for every home game. You'll get to meet Coach Ian Duncan and the players before every home game, and you can get those tickets at MenorIcebreakers.com or call 440-290-8502. You got to come check out a game here at Menor Ice Arena. Ticket prices start at just $13 or $16. And, of course, the Founders Room at $30. Right now, it's 2-1 Carolina as the Icebreakers starting return to their bench as we get set And look, one of our great sponsors is Bethlehem Hills Christmas Lights Park. Wouldn't that be a great place to check out during this holiday time? Check them out online and get a tour of their lights and their music show they got there. It's a good time. So, and tis the season, right?
Welcome back to the ice. Your mentor, Icebreaker.
So the Thunderbirds have taken to the ice again in their road white, red, and black jerseys. The Icebreakers in their double blue with Christmas decal and the white numbers. They will switch sides once again, heading into the final period of play. Big thanks again to Neil Sawicki, who stopped by and did the ceremonial puck drop. And he is donating $50 to Lake County Meals on Wheels for each goal scored. Well, right now we're at 3 goals. It's $150. Thank you to Neil for his generosity and support on Meals on Wheels. We told you a little earlier, Carolina had their own charity event recently at Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, where over 5,500 teddy bears were tossed down to the ice for the Ronald McDonald House. So I think that's one thing everybody in the FPHL can agree on is, hey, if you're doing something for a good cause, you're using your team, you're using the sport, and you're giving back to the community, and especially kids in need, that is truly a great thing. So hats off to every team that does that. And I believe all the teams do their own community output. So 20 minutes back on the clock. Carolina will now move left to right once again in the white, red, and black jerseys, red numbers. Icebreakers in the double blue with the Christmas decal. We'll move right to left. Fanatics on hand are excited for this conclusion of the game, as am I, and I hope you are wherever you're listening at home. And we're underway for the third period. Kind of a strange start as that puck happened to just get tucked in next to the left side of the net of Dill there, and he was trying to get it out to his player, eventually didn't. Look how quick Carolina, though, all the way back at the other end. Now Alex Morrow, who's had a great start to the season of 4-10-14. Scoreline sends that one wide left. Him and Brody Duncan came into tonight with identical scoring lines, and I think Coach Duncan would take that goal from him or anyone to keep that with Duncan tied, and Icebreakers just need another one on the scoreboard. Carolina, we'll see if they take an aggressive approach trying to add and build on that lead and put the game away, or if they apply most of their pressure defensively. Martin winds up and puts one in. There's your answer. Daniel Martin gets the feed and slaps one through, and credit to Jordan Brandt. He was closing out the right side of the net, and that one shot on right through. That was a very good shot from Daniel Martin at 19:07 remaining here of the period. Got the feed from left to right. And now it is a 3-1 lead for the Thunderbirds. And we're asking what would be the strategy. And we see Carolina not content with the 1-goal lead. They know Mentor is a tough team, and they helped their case here, though, by adding a goal to start the period. So the Icebreakers are going to need their Fanatics to get them into this one, as well as some solid hockey. But now at the other end, Bunn almost scores. And Mentor's got to be careful here that they don't let this one get away from themselves. It's still in this game. They say the most dangerous lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead. 3-1 is a 2-goal lead, but Carolina has been kind of increasing their flow of the game. In the first period, Mentor disrupted that, I would say, a fair amount, and Carolina's been playing more of their traditional blend of hockey that Carolina roast since mid-second period. After that Brody Duncan goal, it was the wake-up call, like, okay, Mentor's here to play. And then Carolina turned it on and hasn't looked back, as it's now 3 goals straight over the last 2 periods after Mentor took the 1-0 lead. 18-19 remaining here in the third period of play. And Carolina trying to get another run going here. Good cutoff there by Nate Farrington, and Thunderbirds will cycle it back into their own defensive zone on the change. Little give and go here from Diaz, though, at the other end to Esri. Esri tries to stick handle past Holt, but Holt hung him up to dry. And now the feed from Martin to Salak. Salak goes left side, goes wide right. And that was a good three-pronged attack for the Thunderbirds. 17:49 remaining, and the Thunderbirds with a 30-16 shot on goal advantage here for Menor Ice Arena. We'll have a face-off left defensive circle now. It'll be Peter Panacek and Zach McKenna on the draw. McKenna has worked his way into the draw rotation. Up along the near boards here. We'll do it again tomorrow night as well with a 6:30 start. Pregame around 6:20. Join us on YouTube.com. Now Carolina fed that one to the slot, and Salak was in perfect position for the deflection off the wrist shot, but it went wide right. Now men are trying to beat the race here. It was Alex Morrow. Carolina, good job at getting it off. Vlasov tangled up though at center ice. And that one will slide past the stick of Stanislav Vlasov. Now here comes Carolina so quick on the counter. Michael Ben's got Thompson in tow, and they'll take the shot wide left. Menor's been dumping it down behind the net, but that one will draw an icing call at 16:51. Doubled up now on shot on goal once again. Thunderbirds leading that 32-16.
9-6, 3-3-0-3. Once again,
So plenty of time left in the game. But as the game goes on, trailing by 2, Menor is going to need to get at least one to chip into that lead and breathe a little new life. Face off now, right defensive circle in front of Jordan Brandt. Netminder over the last couple weekends for the Icebreakers. Danieluk now in his defensive zone, left or right to left to Joe Keenan, who will take a seat on the ice. Cangelosi gets pickpocketed there by Tim Perks. Tim Perks feeds it up to Butita. Butita can't keep it through. A lot of traffic there. And Perks, unable to get a good look at it, kind of taps it forward to Dylan, a whistle drawn.
fans, if you bought a program tonight, check in your program for the EDM goaltending ad. You have a signature from Declan Godwin. You're a winner.
Some fan got a special insert here tonight from the Menor Icebreakers. The winner of the special insert gets a Painesville, Ohio native Declan Conway's autograph. And Declan Conway with 19 goals leads the FPHL. That one chips. How did Henry Dill see that one? John Butita flips it over the net. And Dill didn't even see the puck. Reached his glove up, left glove, and snagged it. It was like a fly swatter. And he got the fly. Except in this case, it's a laser disc puck flipping over your head. Nice save by Henry Dill. A huge part of Carolina's success. Of course, Carolina, great defensive line, strong offensive efforts, but Henry Dill just as much a part of their success between the pipes. Pargach tried to get it to the slot to Krivolovic. Now behind the net. Butita on the foreboards. Can he get it up to Perks? No, a nice sliding effort there by Pargach. And Pargach plays a lot bigger than 5'7", 176. The lefty from Czech Republic seems to extend himself and does a great job at keeping plays alive for the Thunderbirds. Now Perks up to Butita. Butita loses it at the right circle to Campbell. And Carolina will swing that one around. Brody Duncan will recover it at the blue line. Panacek intercepts that pass, crosses the right circle, moving towards the net, now behind the net, trying to get it to Salak. He'll get off a contested pass, but gets it to him. Menor with heavy defensive pressure here, can't let it become a 3-goal game. And Conway will flip that one forward, no one home though. Now here comes Salak across the right circle, wind-up shot just goes wide right. 14:50 remaining now in the third period of play. Picking up speed. Blake Nada. Nada behind the net now to Brody Duncan, who's got the lone Menor goal, his 5th of the season. Trying to get it to Esri, who's boarded up by a pair of Thunderbirds. Now that deflection, wow, that one took the strangest deflection and immediately sailed wide right over the safety net and over the glass. 14:32 now remaining. So we'll have a face-off left defensive circle, and it will be Zach McKenna, the Powell, Ohio native, and he'll take draw with Joe Cangelosi. Men are being tested here tonight. Their first showing with the defending Commissioners Cup champions. They've had a decent effort, but Carolina proving why they are atop the Western Division and the entire league. Isaiah Crawford back on the ice now for the Icebreakers. Fate works it right to left. Now the feed to Bunn. Bunn stick handles pass. Nice behind the back move. Takes the shot and puts it in. And you have to give your hats off to Michael Bunn. He makes the stick handle move over center ice, crosses the right circle, and slaps that one to the opposite left corner. That was a beautiful shot by Michael Bunn. Unfortunately for the Icebreakers fans here, that's a tough one to swallow. And that one kind of deflates a bit of the comeback effort, but Michael Bunn with a tremendous effort and will put Carolina now up 4-1. That goal scored at 14:05. A stick handle move. And that's 2-0 this period for Carolina. It was 0-0 at the end of one. So he took that one over the right circle and puts it in left net. And all of a sudden a 3-goal game in favor of the visiting Thunderbirds, who again, 14-0 so far this season. When winning after 2 periods of play, a number goes up from the second and third period. And it's not impossible to come back, still 13 and a half minutes to go, but it will take a lot to happen, both defensively on the closeout, and then offensively they're going to need a counter fast break. Would probably be the best opportunity for Menor to get one in and build a little momentum. Almost had a chance there, would have been Butini. He was trying to pickpocket Campbell. Campbell loses control of the puck, regains it now, and dumps it behind the net. Now George Holt battling with a pair of Icebreakers here on the near boards. Action here in the corner. They'll go to the far corner now. Big board up there by Carolina. That was Vincent DeAndre. Now Icebreakers finally regain control of the puck. They'll have to dump it behind the net, though, as they switch out on the change. Now Carolina feeling the forechecking pressure from Menor. Menor knows they need to keep it down here in the Thunderbirds' defensive zone. Ezri comes away with it. Nice read there by Martin, not allowing him to cycle it back to Brody Duncan. Duncan comes up the left side. He gets the puck, fights through traffic, and he's finally cut off by Dominic Fate, defenseman for the Thunderbirds. Wind-up shot in traffic, bounces off the skate of a Thunderbird defender. 12:04 remaining here in the third period of play. Jan Salak, glove down the steal, though, by Blake Nada. Feed goes past Nada now, and Vlasov will send it to Bakor. To Salak left side, crosses the blue line into the Icebreakers defensive zone. Feed to Panicek, and it goes off the left post. Good closeout there by Brandt. And a whistle on the ice now at 11:40. Welcome to Moe's. Moe's has always been locally owned and operated. Why? Because we care about bringing our local communities together and making them stronger. Without you, we wouldn't even be here. And we just happen to roll a darn good burrito. So come on by today. We've got the tortillas ready. Welcome to Moe's. And that Genesis tune from the 1980 album Duke Misunderstanding means that an Icebreaker is going to the box. That's going to be Brody Duncan. So Carolina comes in 5th best on the power play, but with a 4-1 lead, gets another advantage for the next 2 minutes to follow.
Penalty number 19 for Icebreakers. 2-minute penalty.
Tripping is the call. Nate Farrington was trying to skate past his man to beat was Daniel Klenetsky. Now Ezri for the right circle, winds up, goes just wide left. Pretty good look there from Ezri. He's been starting to come into his own this season. Led the team last year with 51 points. only guy to break that 50 marker. Bunn now dumps it behind the net at the other end. Minute 29 remaining in the power play. 11:08 in the game. Penalty kill, though, if you're an Icebreaker fan. Now here comes the Icebreakers the other way. Diaz feeds it up. The speedy flash. It's John Butita. Almost couldn't keep up with the puck. He was going so fast. He knew he was trying to get that breakaway. Butita bodied up by Dominic Fay here. Now Keenan sends a pass. Fate will get the read and be content to take a couple seconds off the clock behind the net. 4-1, Thunderbirds in the lead. 51 seconds now left in the penalty kill. Nice move by Pargach. Crosses it to the neutral zone to George Holt. Right circle. Cycles it back. Now a little give and go back to Holt. Carolina looking for the perfect shot here. And the icing on the cake. Menor trying to make sure no goal scored. That one goes wide right. Thomas Stewart-Dant will come up away with it. And he'll dump it the length of the ice the other way, coast to coast. 22 seconds left now in the penalty kill. Menor done a pretty good job on this penalty kill, making Carolina survey their options and not get off a flurry of shots. Panicek now crosses the blue line, though. 9 seconds still left. Wind-up shot, and Jan Salak. Jan Salak on the one-timer, and how about this one? We talked about how Menor was closing them out defensively and making them kind of cycle around, but then they get the fast break opportunity, and Jan Salak makes it 5-1 in a 3-goal third period for the Thunderbirds. And that one stings with 9 seconds left on the penalty kill if you're a Fanatic. That center shot from Jan Salak puts the Thunderbirds up 5-1, 4-goal lead, leading 35-17 the shot on goal. And again, this was a 0-0 game heading into the second period.
The score for Carolina 16 from 12 18 Carolina.
So that advantage has gone away in 9:22, but not before Carolina adds the 5th goal. Nice stick handle move there from Berger. Leads it up to Morrow behind the net. Now back to Danieluk. Thomas Stewart-Dant from the right side blue line goes off a Conway skate, or McKenna skate, and Brody Dunkey gets off a nice shot. Tried to sneak one in from the short side. Deflected off Henry Dill back into play. That deflection off the safety net at 8:48 remaining. Fans, remember to visit our mobile team shop next to the bleachers to get your official Icebreakers merchandise. Gear up this season with the only source of Icebreakers merchandise. And remember, Icebreakers apparel makes great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. Don't forget to visit the merchandise table to finish off your Christmas shopping list. Coming soon, you'll be able to purchase our apparel on the website. Remember, holiday team office hours will be Monday the 23rd from 10 to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday and Friday after Christmas. Icebreaker games are a great way to spend time as a family or with friends over the holidays. We have 4 home games over the holiday break, and each game has that special things going on.
Icebreakers play 3 games after Christmas.
We got trivia time here once again, and the trivia question will test your knowledge at home. What is one of the remaining promotions for the holiday trio of games after Christmas? And the kid got it right, and he picked the right one. He said Kids Club Night, which is Friday, the 27th. It is Kids Club Night. Kids will get in free if they wear their Utah Key jersey and all kinds of things for the kids during intermissions. Remember, the 26th is Thirsty Thursday, and on the 28th, it'll be Star Wars theme night. Fanatics trying to get into this one. They've been doubled up on shots on goal. It's been a good game. Carolina has taken control clearly here in the third period. So with 6 goals scored and Carolina up by 4, the best thing about the amount of goals scored, even though not many for the Fanatic fans listening, is 6 times 50 is $300 raised for the Lake County Meals on Wheels. So that is something I think everybody could be happy about. So thanks again to Neil Sawicki for that charitable donation. As could be more goals, you never know. Could be a crazy flurry to finish the game, but already $300 raised for the Lake County Meals on Wheels. So thanks again to Neil Sawicki. 8:10 left in this one. That one goes just wide right. Now behind the net, Menor gains control. That's Joe Keenan. Carolina, wind-up shot from Fate, bounces off of the pads of Jordan Brandt. Brandt's been tested. I mean, he's only had 3 games so far for Menor, and in his 4th and 5th, he's got the Carolina Thunderbirds to contend with. So it's been his first taste of first-place Carolina. Did pretty well over the first period and a half. It's been a tougher third period as Carolina has continued the pressure. And the thing with Carolina is they're a winning team. They know how to win. And a winning team that knows how to win finds ways to win, and they know how to capitalize on momentum, which is what they've done in this third period. It came in, it was anyone's game coming into the third period, and Carolina didn't let their guard up. They just continued to excel, playing even more. Now 7:14 remaining, the official skates out of the way. When the puck is down in your offensive zone for so much of the game, it's also tough to battle that. Now pass in the slot coming in, and he got tangled up. Vincent DeAndre got tripped up behind, and I thought he was going to have a clear look 1-on-0 on Jordan Brandt. Got slowed down there, but no whistle. Now wind-up shot from the slot. That came from Krivolovic, but it went wide right. 6:45 now remaining in the third period of play. That pass a little errant, out of the reach of the forward for Menor, I believe Declan Conway. George Holt now back at the right side of the blue line. Will dump it behind the net, the glass. Glove down by Brandt, tips it back into play. Butita will pick it up. I believe Butita's Kent State Golden Flashes are in a bowl game tonight. Not quite sure who they were playing. I forgot a whistle on the ice, but he went to Kent State University, which is about 40 minutes or so from Menor, Ohio. Playing in the Mid-American Conference, the MAC. And Coach Ian Duncan played his collegiate hockey at Bowling Green State University, which is also a MAC school. Falcons, where he was named to their all-century team in 2000. Cool thing about Coach Duncan, you may not know, is when I interviewed him earlier this year, back before the beginning of the season, is Isaiah Crawford trying to make something happen, and a nice move by Crawford to get in front of Vlasov, but the save by Dill. Vlasov slowed him down enough, but Coach Duncan played his final collegiate game on a Saturday in the collegiate finals against Harvard University. Then he traveled to the team he got drafted, the Winnipeg Jets, and on that same Tuesday, so that same week, he played against the Calgary Flames and scored a goal in his first pro game. So not many people can say they played against Harvard and the Calgary Flames just days apart. So that's kind of a cool fact about Coach Ian Slam Duncan. Now, off the draw, Menor won it, but Carolina got control and now battling for it here on the near boards. 5:57 remaining. Brody Duncan has to flip that one very fastly as Peter Panachek was applying more quick pressure. Vlasov, the no-look pass now. It was to Bakor. Now up to Panachek. Fakes the pass, winds up in a nice breadbasket save by Jordan Brandt. Faked the pass to Jan Salak, and Jordan Brandt wasn't fooled, and he makes a nice save there, trying to end this evening strong. We'll have a face-off here, right defensive circle now. Cangelosi and Nate Farrington on the draw. Brandt on his skates there. He saw that it could possibly deflect in him. Nice reflexes. Now the other way, though. Went for the feed to Ezri. Pass from Keenan, just wide left. Big board up there in the far corner. Tangled up there behind the net. We'll see who comes away with it here. Waning 5 minutes of the game. Thunderbirds with a 5-1 lead. have the 39-18 shot on goal advantage. Finally breaks free, and Carolina's got it. Cangelosi flips it past Danieluk into the neutral zone, into the defensive zone of the Icebreakers. Keenan will get there first, being forechecked by Bunn, who had a nice goal just a couple minutes ago. Bunn with a beautiful pass to a skating DeAndre to the slot. Now the windup from Campbell. That one skips past off the back glass. Now Campbell dumps that one down. Menor will recover the puck. Playing a little give and go here between the opposing teams, though. So not too much puck movement at the current moment. Now that one trails into the defensive zone of the Thunderbirds. Good forechecking and a board up there. Kind of being held up, though, after the play. Declan Conway to Nathan Campbell. Alfonso Diaz now at the other end being forechecked by Pargach. 4:06 remaining. We'll do it again tomorrow night on Ugly Sweater Night. Hope you can join us here. 6:30 start. If you can't, join us starting at 6:20 on the youtube.com live stream. Alfonso Diaz flips it forward. Drew Blevins also here, the Carolina Thunderbirds voice. He's got the game for the Carolina local radio affiliate. Peter Panacek now crosses over the left circle, wind-up shot off of Brandt deflection, and he will recover it. 3:36 remaining to go in the game. So Carolina now with 40 shots on goal, over double the Menor 18. And Menor took the lead just under halfway left of the second period on a Brody Duncan goal. But since then, it's been 5 unanswered. And that's where we stand here in the waning minutes of the game. Almost a turn and shoot opportunity on goal there, close to the right side of the net. Wind-up shot by Panacek goes just over the top net. Over that crossbar. Now at the blue line, battling for control. McKenna finally clears it out, moves it right to left. Excuse me, left to right, actually. It's like a Willy Wonka. Strike that, reverse it. Thomas Stewart-Damp pickpocketed by Peter Panacek, but now Menor steals it right back. Morrill trying to bump his way through. Hard hit there from Thomas Stewart-Damp. Takes down Daniel Martin. Duncan back in, crosses the blue line, neutral zone, fakes wind-up. Now skates forward. 2:41 remaining. Vlasov, hot on his heels, turn and shoot. And the save made by Henry Dillon. The goal got dislodged once more. Once again, we'd like to thank our crew on hand. Brian Kelly, Greg Butala, Greg Kopp, Warren Linder, Russ Arella, Joe Knight, and Bobby Van Sickle, the off-ice officials. Taylor Ruyer on game day operations. Frank Schmidt, operations intern. Larry Rummel, Al Moon, and Lawrence Rummel on the sound crew. Casey Healy on the video stream. And Jared Tennant, communications manager, and getting us ready for tonight's game. There will be a game recap on the website later tonight, so take a look for that. Now the teams battle for control. We're in the final 2.5, and Carolina with a very strong third period, but now things get a little intense. It started off with Fate and Ezery bumping each other off the boards, and then somehow another icebreaker, I believe that's Blake Nada and Thompson may have gotten a little scuffle. We'll sort this one out, and Fate will go to the box. That should put the Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play unless they're going to be penalized as well. Officials sorting this one out. There's 2 Thunderbirds actually in the box right now. Once again, the Icebreakers would like to thank Lake Health for providing the medical staff for tonight's game, as well as training facilities for our players to use all season long. You'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and a friendly, experienced staff. The membership offers everything you need to help you reach your health and fitness goals. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Marco's Pizza, Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Tow Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, Market Street Family Restaurant, Global Real Estate Advisors, Spuddy's Tavern, Vitamix, Homelight, an online real estate company, Lake Erie Marine Sales, Mosaic Properties LLC, Stadium Grill, Preston Products LLC, Bethlehem Christmas Lights Park, Cana Winery, Habcool Tool and Development, McGarry & Sons, Nova Southeastern University, Auburn Career Center, Menor Ice Arena, Fitness First, Ganley Village Automotive, JD Cleaners, the official dry cleaners of the Menor Icebreakers, and Burger IM. So they're still sorting this out, and it looks like Dominic Fate will serve the penalty with 2 minutes on the scoreboard. And that's the only one we see currently up there. So we'll have a face-off, right defense circle in front of the Thunderbirds net.
Penalties for Thunderbirds. 2 minutes. Number 2, cross-checking.
Cross-checking is the call against Dominic Fate.
2 minutes for number 2, cross-checking. 2 minutes for number 15.
And 2 minutes also established to Everett Thompson for roughing. So the Menor Icebreakers are on the Lake Health power play. And the bench minor also against the Icebreakers. So a lot came out of that one. But only a minute 50 left in the game. And a minute 23 of that will be served on the Lake Health power play, barring an Icebreaker score. Good crowd on hand here tonight. A lot of fanatics in the Founders Room having a nice holiday party and enjoying some hockey. Although the Carolina Thunderbirds have skated to a clear 5-1 lead here in the third period. Campbell knocks Declan Conway to the ice, and another whistle on the ice. You'd hate to see this one get unnecessarily chippy with the game all but decided and so little time left. Not counting the Icebreakers out, but, you know, the way things are going, it would take a miraculous comeback from Menor. Now Campbell will go to the box. He was a little unsure of what happened. So Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play still. And we got a 5-on-3 advantage first time tonight. We've seen a 4-on-4. That's when the first 2 goals were scored. I thought Peter Panicek was somehow going to have a breakaway despite the two-man disadvantage. The net came off. How did the net come off? Because there was no incoming shot on goal. It's a unique dislodging of the net. If there was such thing as a net dislodged with the night, I'd have to give it to that one because that was an unassisted dislodging. So here's some numbers that all begin with 1. 129 left in the game. 104 in the penalty against Dominic Fate. That one will expire. 147 remaining in the penalty against Campbell. That won't expire unless the Icebreakers score. So it's a 5-on-3. Any way you slice it. Very little time left. Menor has trimmed the shot on goal advantage to just double now. 20 shots on goal for the guys at Double Blue, 40 for Carolina. Mark Esri now feeds that one back to Brody Duncan at the blue line. Duncan to Esri, slaps that one hard off the safety net. That was a very powerful shot there from Esri. He seemed a bit close to shoot it that far. And we'll have a face-off now, left defensive circle. Don't forget, 6:20 pregame tomorrow here on YouTube.com. And the last minute of play here now. Under a minute to go. The feed to Perks. Chipped it over the net. Icebreakers keep it alive. Esri sends it to Brody Duncan. Duncan goes right. And now Carolina will dump that one the length of the ice. 40 seconds left. Brandt will leave it for Stuart Dant. Dant skates forward over the neutral zone, over the blue line. He got that clause on his jersey. Finds the slot. That was Henry Berger. It was a good feed, but cut off at the last second by Cangelosi. 22 seconds remaining. It's 5-on-4 now as the penalty against Fate has expired. Declan Conway looking to wind up. He'll send it up now. Now back to Conway. A little give and go. Wind up shot. Deflected. Deflected once again, that time off the skate. 7 seconds left of Henry Dill. 4 seconds left. Will Menor get off a last second shot? Esri tries to turn and he won't get it off in time. And that'll do it. Your final here from Menor Ice Arena is the Carolina Thunderbirds 5 and the Menor Icebreakers 1 on the backs of a 3-goal period here in the third. So it was 0-0 at the end of the first period. Menor then added one by Brody Duncan, 2 straight goals by Carolina. 2 minutes later made it 2-1 at the end of the second. And then Martin, Bun, and Salak in that order pull one in to make it 5-1. Carolina picks up their 16th win of the year. They break the 1-game losing streak and get another win. We'd like to read you the Icebreakers team Christmas greeting once more before we sign off here tonight. 'Twas 5 nights before Christmas, and Carolina's in town. Men are looking for a big win to pick up some ground. The snow has started to fall, but never the breaker spirit. Come on and stand up, fanatics. Root for your team. Let's hear it. On Prowlers, on Dashers, on Thunderbirds, on Enforcers, on Wolves, we send all kind words. On Thunder, on River Dragons, on Hat Tricks. Presents of pucks, gloves, and brand new hockey sticks. From the rink at Battle Creek, on Rumblebees. Now every team in the league decorating their trees. But guiding Santa's sleigh to the Commissioner's Cup this year are the Icebreakers from Menor. Have no fear. A Butita goal, a Conway goal, guidance from Coach Slam. Now the only question is, are you having turkey, duck, or ham? Rotobush between the pipes and Daniluk from Belarus. If you mess with the Breakers, they'll cook you like a Christmas goose. So hang up your stockings, sing carols, celebrate. The Icebreakers wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So thanks for joining us here on this Friday night. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6:20 for the 6:30 start in the second game of a weekend series with the Carolina Thunderbirds. And hope you had a good time on this broadcast. We'll do it again tomorrow. And we'll see if the result will be any different. If you're a Fanatic fan, Thunderbird, you'd like the same result. And we'll see also what will happen. Will Battle Creek be able to hold on and get their first win as Elmira continues to fight back? But here at Menor Ice Arena, your final is Carolina 5 and Menor 1. From the Breakers broadcast booth, we'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, we'll see you all later.